Right now, somewhere in your house, there is probably a spider watching you. And the strange part isn't that it's there. The strange part is how your body already knows. Before your brain even processes what you're looking at, your heart rate spikes. Your palms get damp, every muscle tightens, ready to run. You haven't even decided to be afraid yet, and your body has already made the decision for you. So here's the question that scientists have been chasing for decades. Why does something smaller than your thumb trigger a fear response faster than almost anything else on Earth? Is it something we learned? Something our parents taught us without realizing it? Or is it something older, buried deep inside your DNA, passed down from ancestors who lived millions of years before the first house was ever built? And if it's not learned, what does that actually mean about the human mind? Let's start with what should be an easy answer. Most people assume we're afraid of spiders because they're dangerous, venomous, a threat to survival. But here's where things get. Out of over 45,000 known spider species, only a tiny fraction are actually dangerous to humans. In most countries, you are more likely to be seriously hurt by a vending machine falling on you than by a spider bite. So the danger explanation falls apart almost immediately. If spiders were rare, harmless, and barely part of daily human life, why would fear of them be one of the most common phobias on the planet? That's when researchers started looking somewhere unexpected. Not at spiders, at babies. In 2017, a team of researchers led by Stephanie Hole at the Max Planck Institute ran an experiment on infants who were only 6 months old. Babies too young to have learned anything about danger. Babies too young to have learned anything about danger. Too young to have been warned by a parent. Too young to have seen a horror movie or a scary story. They showed these infants images of flowers and images of spiders, while measuring their pupil size, which is a signal of stress in the nervous system. And the results were unsettling. When the babies saw spiders, their pupils dilated significantly more than when they saw flowers. As 6-month-old infants with zero life experience of spiders being dangerous still showed a measurable stress response. Which raises an enormous question. If this fear isn't taught, where does it come from? To understand that, we have to go back. Not years, not centuries, millions of years, to a time when our ancestors were not the most dangerous thing in the environment. They were prey. Evolutionary psychologists like Arne Oman and Susan Meinecke developed a theory that changed how we understand fear itself. They called it prepared learning. The idea is simple but powerful. Human brains are not blank slates. Some fears are pre-wired. Because the ancestors who had them survived, and the ones who didn't often didn't live long enough to pass on their genes. For millions of years, our ancestors lived alongside venomous spiders and snakes, where a single bite could be fatal, and where there were no hospitals, no anti-venom, no second chances. In that world, hesitation was expensive. The humans who instantly recoiled from a small, fast-moving creature were the ones who survived long enough to reproduce. Over hundreds of thousands of generations. If that instant recoil became hardwired. But here's where the story gets even more interesting. Meinecke ran a now famous experiment with rhesus monkeys, who had never encountered snakes in the wild. When shown a real snake, lab-raised monkeys felt no fear at all. But when they watched another monkey reacting in fear to a snake,